When was the last time you saw a really cute girl? Did you approach her? Did you have a conversation? Did you ask her for her phone number? If you're like most men, the answer is probably no. And I'm guessing it's because you had no idea what to say to her to even start. You looked at her, you found her attractive, but your mind went blank. And to be fair, it's not your fault. It's difficult to come up with stuff to say on the fly, but today, I'm gonna give you a little shortcut. I'm gonna give you a step-by-step framework for approaching women and getting phone numbers and dates, which you're going to love, and it's all gonna be from the very start of the conversation to the end, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what to do and even give you proven lines that you can copy right away. So after watching this video, approaching women will not be a problem for you ever again. And if you follow my framework word for word, like I tell you, you will end up with more dates than you can handle. So with that said, let's get into it. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I'm going to be your very own personal wing girl, and every week I give you the no BS insider info about what women really want, plus the most effective methods to win over any girl you like. So just hit that subscribe button now so you never miss a video. Before I dive in and tell you how to get a girl's number, I want to tell you about something you'll need in order to get a girl's number: clear and glowing skin. And that's why I am excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. You've heard me talk about them over and over and over again. You're gonna keep hearing me talk about them because I know the positive impact that their products will have on you and your life. Seriously, I still don't think some of you believe me when I tell you how much implementing a quality skincare routine will improve your confidence in every aspect of your life. So I recommend that you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer. Oh, and to make it super easy, they provide this little instruction card with every box that tells you when to use each product, how much, and in what order. It comes so handy. But you don't have to just take my word for it, because they have over 5,000 5-star reviews from customers around the globe. This isn't something you want to put off, because prevention is key. Get ahead of any signs of aging now, and your future self will thank you. Trust me, I wish I started stuff way earlier. And in addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, access to exclusive monthly deals. You can pause or cancel at any time, and you have free US shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you a great deal. So just click the first link in the description below, and you're gonna get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Do not miss out on this amazing deal. So just click that link and get started today. All right, back to getting our number. So here's the cold approach framework I want you to follow when you see a cute girl you want to talk to. It has 5 easy steps, and I'll break it down for you right now. Starting with step number 1, direct opener or an observational opener, okay? A direct opener is the most straightforward and confident way to start a conversation. This is where you walk up to a woman and you show your interest in her without shame. Not everybody can pull this off, but here's how you do it. You go up to her and say something like, "Hey, I know this is really random, but I think you're beautiful." Or, "Hey, I know this is really random, but I think you have an incredible sense of style." Or, "I think you have great energy." Or, "Excuse me, I know this is really random, but I really like the way you carry yourself." Do you see the pattern? It's very simple. You say, "Hey, I know this is really random," because it is. And then you follow it up with a straightforward compliment. The reason you say, "I know this is really random," is because it's actually an out of the ordinary event, right? Most guys don't go up to women and just start talking. I wish they did, but they don't. But by acknowledging that this is out of the ordinary, you show that you're socially intelligent. And as I said before, showing your interest so directly without shame makes you look extremely confident. So whenever I get approached like this, I immediately have respect for the guy. I'm impressed by his boldness and by his bravery. And most women will feel the same, right? We know that it's tough. Plus, who can feel bad about a simple compliment, especially from a confident guy? As long as you don't half-ass it, you will never get a negative reaction to this opener. You may not get what you want, but you won't get a negative reaction. The other option for how to open up a conversation with a woman if you're not feeling as bold is with an observational opener. And this is my go-to. I actually have a whole video on my method for creating observational openers called OSA that you can watch after this video. I'll leave a link in the description below, so just in case you want to watch it, which you should, because it's really good. Once you've opened, here's what you do next. Step 2, introduction. Once you've used your direct opener, don't linger on it. Keep it moving, introduce yourself, and pull out your hand for a handshake. Hi, I'm Marni. Or say something like, hi, my name is Mark. By the way, what's your name? Reach out for a handshake. You want to say your name first to build a small sense of familiarity and for safety, and also to trigger reciprocity. People often feel more compelled to give something when they've received something first. So after introducing yourself, here's what you do next. Step 3, you want to transition. So the best way to transition is to use a time constraint followed by an open-ended question. So here's what that looks like. So let's say her name is Haley, okay? You say, Haley, I actually have to go in a couple of minutes, but it would be cool to get to know you a bit. What are you up to today? Adding that time constraint is super important because it means that you're telling her that you have limited time. And then it's going to be for a short time that you're talking to her. She doesn't know you yet, so she's not invested, and she might think in her head, oh, how long is this conversation gonna take? Will it waste my time? When can I leave? And by using a time constraint, you can really put her at ease. And then by asking an open-ended question like, yeah, what are you up to today? Right? Gets you into a conversation. I like that particular question because it gives you an idea of what her day looks like, right? How much time she has before she has to leave, and if there's a possibility to make a date happen on the same day. So you can calibrate the rest of your conversation, keeping that information in mind. So it's helpful for you too. All right, the next step after this is super crucial because this is where you really get the girl emotionally invested in you. All the other stuff is just like, the easy stuff. So here it comes. Step number 4 is playful conversation. So once you've entered into a conversation after step 3, you don't want to go into boring small talk, and you definitely don't want to fall into an interview style conversation where you ask her a question and then you ask her another question and then another question. This is going to kill her interest immediately. The traction that you've built up by being bold and approaching her is going to just die instantly. So you need to keep it fun and playful. The question is, how do you do that? And I have tons of videos with ideas on how to tease and be playful with women that you can watch after this video. But here's one way that can be super cute and fun no matter what age you are. And the first one involves making playful guesses about her. And it's really fun. So here's how it works. You ask her a question and then immediately follow it up with this outrageous guess about her answer. So where are you from? Okay, let me guess. Judging by your eye color, New York? Okay, or another option is, what do you do for work? I guess since you're cute, you're probably a biomechanical engineer. These don't have to be super clever, and it definitely doesn't have to make any sense, but just ask a question and follow up with some sort of silly guess, and the sillier the better. It's just playful, right? This is gonna inject that fun, playful vibe into the conversation. It doesn't require you to be a comedic genius to come up with stuff like this. Just say silly stuff. This question that I just gave you will allow you to set that playful tone in the conversation, and it will naturally lead to some quick jokes, some banter, a nice back and forth that naturally builds rapport and connection. Now, of course, I'm not saying you never get serious. You can answer a question seriously, and you should, but it's always better to keep those first few moments in a conversation fun and lighthearted. On a date, when you approach on the street, it makes you a person that people like more. So now comes the part where you try to seal the deal, and that is step 5, call to action. Once you've had a few minutes of conversation and some shared moments together, you've made her laugh, you've displayed that you're fun and you're a confident guy who goes after what he wants, and she's investing in what's happening between the two of you. It's time to make things happen, which means you gotta ask for her number and make plans to meet up in the future. And there's absolutely no need to overcomplicate this. You simply tell her this. All right, Haley, or whatever her name is, I've had a great time talking to you and I would love to see you again. Let me get your number so we can set up something this week. Or you can say, hey, listen, it's been great talking to you, but I gotta go now. I'd love to see you again. Let me get your number and we'll set up something for later this week, or whatever your time frame is. Or I also actually like this version. It involves using a transition from something you talked about. So you say, for example, you got into, that you're into music, right, into your conversation, and there happens to be a show happening next Friday. You can transition your conversation into, oh, do you like shows? I know you mentioned that before. And if she says yes or even no, you can say, that band that I told you about is playing at X next week on Thursday. They're amazing live. Come with me. I'd love to hang out more and listen to good music. As you say this, pull out your phone for her as if it's like an obvious thing that she's gonna give you her number. And as long as you commit to it and do it without shame or hesitation, you'll find that most women will respond positively to it because it shows leadership and confidence. If she has talked to you until this point and she's actually engaged in the conversation, she's laughed at the jokes, she's gonna give you her number and most likely she'll respond afterwards, okay? Then once you have it saved, give her a call so she can save your number. And after that, tell her it was nice meeting her and that she will get a text from you soon, and then you can wait a couple of days and then do that. And then you shake her hands, or even better, give her a hug and then part ways. So you gotta follow up, I'd say like a couple of days later. You don't wanna text her right away. The text can either be a callback to something funny you talked about, which is always a great first text, or something playful like, hey Haley, this is Mark, the cute guy you met and fell in love with because of his passion for music, with a little emoji. And then when she responds, you can flirt a little more with her and move things along towards the date. Now, if you're thinking, okay, well Marni, you've just described the best, case, but what if she doesn't give me her number in the first place? Then the answer is simple. If she doesn't give you her number, you just tell her, all right, no worries. It was nice meeting you anyway. Have a great day. Cut your losses, walk away. It's not a big deal, but that is the best move you can make in that scenario, and she's gonna respect it. You just smile and walk away. However, there are only two main reasons why she would hesitate giving you her number. One is that she might have a boyfriend or a husband, which you can't do anything about, right? Or she might not feel fully attracted to you, in which case she might make up some reason like, well, I don't give my number to strangers, sorry, or something like that, right? This is a problem that cannot be fixed at this point, but it can be avoided. And the better you are at having fun and being playful in conversations, the more attracted she will be, and the more likely it is that she gives you her number and says yes to a date. That's the most important piece in this approach framework to get better at having playful conversations. And I recommend you click the link in the description below and check out something that I put together called the Banter Guide. The Banter Guide gives proven lines and scripts to grab a woman's attention, make her laugh, and get her so hooked that she begs to see you again and again. And it gives you time-tested formulas to start a conversation and keep it going seamlessly for as long as you want without it ever getting boring. And it even gives you some fantastic comebacks for common tests women throw at men, and even responses for common objections women have when men try to escalate things. So having the Banter Guide in your back pocket will give you full confidence to talk to any woman you want, because you'll know exactly what to say to her to sweep her off her feet and make sure that you guys are having a fun time. So just click the link in the description below and check it out. I am sure you will love it. And lastly, thanks for watching this video till the very end. I hope you found it useful. Again, I will see you next week.